Friday meditation session. Tonight's schedule, we'll be practicing a guided sitting meditation for 30 minutes. Afterwards, we'll have an opportunity to listen and to recite the 5 mindfulness trainings. And finally, we'll end with a Dharma talk given by Thầy. And to begin, we invite you to find yourself in a comfortable posture. If you're sitting on a bench or on a chair, keep your back upright. Place both your feet on the ground or on top of a cushion. Make sure your back is not leaning against the back of the wall or the back of the chair. Relax your whole body. Those who are sitting on a cushion, try to sit at least half or 1/3 of the cushion. You may like to sit in position in the half lotus, where one leg is over the other. Or if you are able to, you can select the full lotus position, having both legs over each other. If any of those positions are uncomfortable, you can also sit in the Burmese position, where one leg is in, one leg is out, both laying flat. Or you can also sit comfortably in a cross-legged position. Your hands should be placed on your lap, on your knees. Keep your back upright, not too rigid. Imagine an invisible string attached to your spine. You're gently pulling that string to align your spine. Your head is also upright, not looking far too up, nor looking far too down. You may like to close your eyes to help you focus on your meditation. If you feel a bit sleepy, you are more than welcome to open your eyes halfway, focusing on the tip of your nose or at the ground. Relax your shoulders. Let go of any tension you may be holding in your body, and let it flow out into the floor. Once you establish your posture, we invite you to come back to your breathing. Aware of your in-breath as you breathe in, and aware of your out-breath as you breathe out. In, out. There's no need to force or control your breathing. If you know that you have a long breath, then let it be a long breath. If you have a short breath, then let it be a short breath. There's no need to extend or shorten your breathing. Breathe naturally and gently. One of the techniques to help you follow your breathing is by counting your breaths. Each time you breathe in and out, you can silently count to yourself 1. In, out, 2. And continue to count all the way up to 10. And you can start over again. From time to time, you may start to hear some noises. Perhaps your mind maybe start to wander somewhere in the past, worrying about the future. But we can gently bring our mind back to the present. Gently come back to our breathing. There's no need to push, pretend, or force that those thoughts or sounds are not there. Where we can simply acknowledge that it's present. And we can imagine a guest just coming in, staying for a bit, and we let them go. We turn back to our breathing. Our breath is our friend. It is there to help us to come back to our body. If during the session you start to feel some pain in your legs, feel free to readjust your posture. But maintain your mindfulness and your concentration as you're adjusting your posture. Please don't try to sit through the pain. In this meditation, I'll be reading a few phrases, and in those phrases there are some keywords that you can apply to help you follow your breathing. And so we'll begin our session with 3 sounds of the bell, followed by the guided meditation. Breathing in, I become aware of my in-breath. Breathing out, I become aware of my out-breath. In-breath, out-breath. Breathing in, my in-breath grows deep. Breathing out, my out-breath goes slowly. Deep, slow. Breathing in, I feel calm. Breathing out, I feel at ease. Calm, ease. Breathing in, I smile to my whole body. Breathing out, I release the tensions in my body. Smiling, releasing. Breathing in, I dwell in the present moment. Breathing out, I enjoy this wonderful moment. Present moment, one wonderful moment. dear respected Thầy, dear noble community, dear friends, our next activity will be reading and reciting the 5 mindfulness trainings. So those who have the 5 mindfulness training sheet, you can pass that to our friends and neighbors. And if there's some extra sheets, you can please bring them to our friends who are sitting on the bench. And so usually at the beginning of every month, we have an opportunity to listen, to recite the mindfulness trainings. And since last week was the rose ceremony, this week we've moved the recitation to today's day. And so to begin, I'll be reading the introduction and followed by the 5 mindfulness trainings. And so we'll begin by listening to 3 sounds of the bell. Dear noble community, this is the moment when we enjoy reciting the 5 mindfulness trainings together. The 5 mindfulness trainings represent the Buddha's vision for a global spirituality and ethic. They are a concrete expression of the Buddha's teachings on the 4 noble truths and the noble eightfold path, the path of right understanding and true love, leading to healing, transformation, and happiness for ourselves and for the world. To practice the 5 mindfulness trainings is to cultivate the insight of interbeing, or right view, which can remove all discrimination, intolerance, anger, fear, and despair. If we live according to the 5 mindfulness trainings, we are already on the path of a bodhisattva. Knowing we are on that path, we are not lost in confusion about our life in the present or in fears about the future. Please listen to each mindfulness training with a serene mind, breathe mindfully, and answer yes silently every time you see that you have made an effort to study, practice, and observe the mindfulness training read. The first mindfulness training, reverence for life. Aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I am committed to cultivating the insight of interbeing and compassion, and learning ways to protect the lives of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I am determined not to kill, not to let others kill, and not to support any act of killing in the world, in my thinking, or in my way of life. Seeing that harmful actions arise from anger, fear, greed, and intolerance, which in turn come from dualistic and discriminative thinking, I will cultivate openness, non-discrimination, and non-attachment to views in order to transform violence, fanaticism, and dogmatism in myself and in the world. This is the first of the 5 mindfulness trainings. Have you made an effort to study, practice, and observe it during the past month? The second mindfulness training, true happiness. Aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, social injustice, stealing, and oppression, I am committed to practicing generosity in my thinking, speaking, and acting. I am determined not to steal and not to possess anything that should belong to others, and I will share my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in need. I will practice looking deeply to see that the happiness and suffering of others are not separate from my own happiness and suffering, that true happiness is not possible without understanding and compassion, and that running after wealth, fame, power, and sensual pleasures can bring much suffering and despair. I am aware that happiness depends on my mental attitude and not on external conditions, that I can live happily in the present moment simply by remembering that I already have more than enough conditions to be happy. I am committed to practicing right livelihood so that I can help reduce the suffering of living beings on earth and stop contributing to climate change. This is the second of the 5 mindfulness trainings. Have you made an effort to study, practice, and observe it during the past month? The third mindfulness training, true love. Aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I am committed to cultivating responsibility and learning ways to protect the safety and integrity of individuals, couples, families, and society. Knowing that sexual desire is not love and that sexual activity motivated by craving always harms myself as well as others, I am determined not to engage in sexual relations without true love and a deep long-term commitment made known to my family and friends. I will do everything in my power to protect children from sexual abuse and to prevent couples and families from being broken by sexual misconduct. Seeing that body and mind are one, I am committed to learning appropriate ways to take care of my sexual energy in cultivating loving kindness, compassion, joy, and inclusiveness, which are the 4 basic elements of true love, for a greater happiness and the greater happiness of others. Practicing true love, we know that we will continue beautifully into the future. This is the third of the 5 mindfulness trainings. Have you made an effort to study, practice, and observe it during the past month? The 4th mindfulness training, loving speech and deep listening. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful speech and the inability to listen to others, I am committed to cultivating loving speech and compassionate listening in order to relieve suffering and to promote reconciliation and peace in myself and among other people, ethnic, and religious groups and nations. Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, I'm committed to speaking truthfully, using words that inspire confidence, joy, and hope. When anger is manifesting in me, I am determined not to speak. I will practice mindful breathing and walking in order to recognize and to look deeply into my anger. I know that the roots of anger can be found in my wrong perceptions and lack of understanding of the suffering in myself and in the other person. I will speak and listen in a way that can help myself and the other person to transform suffering and see the way out of difficult situations. I am determined not to spread news that I do not know to be certain and not to utter words that can cause division or discord. I will practice right diligence to nourish my capacity for understanding, love, joy, and inclusiveness, and gradually transform anger, violence, and fear that lie deep in my consciousness. This is the 4th of the 5 mindfulness trainings. Have you made an effort to study, practice, and observe it during the past month? The 5th mindfulness training, nourishment and healing. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful consumption, I am committed to cultivating good health, both physical and mental, for myself, my family, and my society, by practicing mindful eating, drinking, and consuming. I will practice looking deeply into how I consume the 4 kinds of nutriments, namely edible foods, sense impressions, volition, and consciousness. I am determined not to gamble or to use alcohol, drugs, or any other products which contain toxins such as certain websites, electronic games, TV programs, films, magazines, books, and conversations. I will practice coming back to the present moment, to be in touch with the refreshing, healing, and nourishing elements in me and around me, not letting regrets and sorrow drag me back into the past, nor letting anxieties, fear, or craving pull me out of the present moment. I am determined not to try to cover up loneliness, anxiety, or other suffering by losing myself in consumption. I will contemplate interbeing and consume in a way that preserves peace, joy, and well-being in my body and consciousness, and in the collective body and consciousness of my family, my society, and the earth. This is the 5th of the 5 mindfulness trainings. Have you made an effort to study, practice, and observe it during the past month? Brothers and sisters, we have recited 5 mindfulness trainings, the foundation of happiness for the individual, the family, and society. We should recite them regularly so that our study and practice of the mindfulness trainings can deepen day by day. So dear friends, you can release, massage your legs.
evening, dear Sangha. So before we listen to Thai's sharing tonight, I'd like to invite the Sangha to practice some singing meditation together, and maybe we can sing a song. We can learn it bit by bit and then piece it together. The song is a little bit long, but I believe in us, so I think we can possibly do it. It's called Please Call Me By My True Names, and I will sing it first, and I invite everyone to sing it after me. And we'll sing a few lines, and we'll put them all together at once at the end. And the first line goes like this. Maybe everyone can repeat it, just read it out, and then we'll do the melody after we repeat it one time. So it goes, my joy is like spring so warm. It makes flowers bloom all over the earth. Yeah, and then the melody goes like this. My joy is like spring so warm. And sing it together. My joy is like spring so warm. It makes flowers bloom all over the earth. It makes flowers bloom all over the earth. And we can put them together. So my joy is like spring so warm. It makes flowers bloom all over the earth. My joy is like spring so warm. It makes flowers bloom all over the earth. Perfect. Now we'll try it one more time so we get used to it. My joy is like spring so warm. It makes flowers bloom all over the earth. One more time. My joy is like spring so warm. It makes flowers bloom all over the earth. And then the next line goes like this. My pain's like a river of tears. My pain's like a river of tears. So vast it fills the four oceans. My pain's like a river of tears. So vast it fills the four oceans. And the melody is similar to the first verse. So it goes, my pain's like a river of tears, so vast it fills the four oceans. You try it together. My pain's like a river of tears, so vast it fills the four oceans. Again. My pain's like a river of tears, so vast it fills the four oceans. One more time. My pain's like a river of tears, so vast it fills the four oceans. And now we can piece them together. My joy is like spring so warm, it makes flowers bloom all over the earth. My pain's like a river of tears, so vast it fills the four oceans. So I'll sing it once, and then we'll sing it together after. My joy's like spring so warm, it makes flowers bloom all over the earth. My pain's like a river of tears, so vast it fills the four oceans. Now we can try it together. I believe that we can do it as a challenge ourselves and see if we can put both of them together. My joy is like spring so warm, it makes flowers bloom all over the earth. My pain's like a river of tears, so vast it fills the four oceans. Beautifully done. And we'll try it again. My joy is like spring so warm, it makes flowers bloom all over the earth. My pain's like a river of tears, so vast it fills the four oceans. And then the next line goes, please call me by my true names. Please call me by my true names. So maybe we can repeat it so then we get used to it. Please call me by my true names.
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 So I can hear all my cries and laughter at once. Please call me by my true names.
Please call me by my true names.
So I can hear all my cries and laughter at once. So I can see that my joy and pain are one. Please call me by my true names. So I can hear all my cries and laughter at once. So I can see that my joy and pain are one. And the melody goes like this. Please call me by my true names. You try it together. Please call me by my true names, so I can hear all my cries and laughter at once. So I can hear all my cries and laughter at once. So I can see. So please call me by my true names, so I can hear all my cries and laughter at once, so I can see that my joy and pain are one. So we'll sing it. Please call me by my true name, so I can hear all my cries and laughter at once, so I can see that my joy and pain are one. Please call me by my true name, so I can hear all my cries and laughter at once, so I can see that my joy and pain are one. Please call me by my true names, so I can hear all my cries and laughter at once, so I can see that my joy and pain are one. Oh, we're doing such a good job. And we start from the beginning, and I will read the first verse and then the second verse, and we'll put it together one more time. My joy's like spring so warm. Your turn. My joy's like spring so warm. It makes flowers bloom all over the earth. It makes flowers bloom all over the earth. My pain's like a river of tears. My pain's like a river of tears, so vast it fills the four oceans. So vast it fills the four oceans. Please call me by my true names. Please call me by my true names, so I can hear all my cries and laughter at once, so I can hear all my cries and laughter at once, so I can see that my joy and pain are one, so I can see that my joy and pain are one. And the last verse, it goes again. Please call me by my true names, so that I can wake up. And please repeat after me. Please call me by my true names, so that I can wake up. And the door of my heart can be left open. The door of compassion. Please call me by my true names, so that I can wake up, and the door of my heart can be left open. the door of compassion. So we'll try 2 lines and then another 2 lines. Please call me by my true name so that I can wake up. Please call me by my true names so that I can wake up, and the door of my heart can be left open, and the door of my heart can be left open, the door of compassion, the door of compassion. Please call me by my true name so that I can wake up. Please call me by my true names so that I can wake up, and the door of my heart can be left open, and the door of my heart can be left open, the door of compassion. Now, all 4 lines together. Please call me by my true name so that I can wake up, and the door of my heart can be left open, the door of compassion. Now one more time, we're putting the whole song together, and I will sing it slowly, and it's okay if we don't remember everything. You can just hum in and tune in to whenever, to whichever verse or whichever word or line you remember. I'll read it one more time, so then we have an idea of the lyrics, and then we'll sing the melody together. My joy is like spring so warm, it makes flowers bloom all over the earth. My pain's like a river of tears, so vast it fills the 4 oceans. Please call me by my true names so that I can hear all my cries and laughter at once, so I can see that my joy and pain are one. Please call me by my true names so that I can wake up, and the door of my heart can be left open, the door of compassion. My joy's like spring so warm, it makes flowers bloom all over the earth. My pain's like a river of tears, so vast it fills the 4 oceans. Please call me by my true names so I can hear all my cries and laughter at once, so I can see that my joy and pain are one. Please call me by my true name, so that I can wake up and the door of my heart can be left open, the door of compassion. Please offer yourself some flowers to learn a really, really hard song, really long song in one sitting. And hopefully if it was not that easy for us to learn the song, then we enjoyed the message of the song. Now when we hear the sound of the small hand bell, we will stand up and join our palms.
Please be calm and enjoy one sound of the bell before we begin the talk. Good evening, brothers, sisters, and friends. Today is the Friday, September the 12th, the year of 2025. First, I would like to welcome you all to our weekly meditation sessions. How are you today? Did you enjoy the weather so far? We quite lucky this year, the weather quite warm. And when the weather nice and warm, always give us a lot of joys. So that means we know that the environment also one of the way to connect us back. This afternoon, when I walked by the ancestor hall, I met two young ladies, very young. They're about 20. And when I look at them and I welcome them and I ask them a few questions, just to appreciate their presence. And they say that I did not learn Buddhism much, and lately I feel lost. And when I come here, I saw the ancestor hall. I feel that I need to reconnect with my ancestors, my loved one. And that is a very, very small sharing
from the younger. But that can give us a big Dharma talk. Because sometimes in this daily life, if we have broken something or we have ripped off even a piece of paper, we still find a way to stick it back. Anything we have is accidentally broken. We need to find some glue and glue it again. About 10 years ago, I was in Japan. And when I passed by, the flea market, and I saw them sell a very, very cute teapot. I like it, but it's quite expensive, so I did not dare to buy. A friend, a brother who go along with us in the group, he saw how I like the teapot. Just because I'm too cheap, I didn't buy it. So he secretly bought that teapot. And he keep it until he back to Canada and he give it to me. He said that, Thầy, I walked behind you and I saw you really like that teapot. But because maybe the price you cannot afford, so you didn't buy, or whatever reason, but you didn't buy, but I can see how you like the pot. So I would like to take this and give you as a gift. I like the teapot so much, I use it daily. And one day, I wash the dishes and accidentally, when I lift up a cup that more heavier than that teapot, so it dropped down. It broke the teapot in half. And you cannot imagine how my heart broken at that moment. Not only about the teapot, but also a gift from someone who really care and pay attention what I like. So I leave it there and I wait so I can find some glue and glue it. So after I glue it, it's only broke in half. I glue it and I keep it there. Again, somebody continue to break it. And now the teapots have been broken into 4 or 5 pieces. But every time it breaks, we glue it. Yesterday I went downstairs, I saw that teapot, and I lost, I didn't know where, but now I saw it downstairs in the kitchen. So I washed that teapot carefully, and I put in the corner of the drawer just to keep it. The reason I share is because, sometimes what you like, and accidentally you break it. Maybe you cannot use it, but that's still something you can glue it back, unless it's totally broken. And I can find out that everything in this life, when we broke or we accidentally broke it, we find way to glue it again. Why? Because we want to save it as much as we can. But we may do this to material, something we like. But we are not really pay attention about the relationship between us and our loved one. So this is a title, a topic that we can, a subject that we can meditate on. Did we reconnect with our loved one after a while we disconnect? Just like the younger. When I heard she said that, I said, yeah, a root the tree cannot survive without root. As human, we cannot live without parents, ancestors, brothers, sisters, family. And she cried. She started to cry. And I said, that's the reason why in our tradition we have the ancestor hall. So we place all the picture of our loved one who passed away. So every time when we pass by, we saw that person. Oh, my grandma. So a minute you name, this is my grandma, you connect back. So why we have the ancestor altar at home is to always remind us, keep the connection. So sometimes why we have the number of our loved one, to keep connect. Sometimes we farewell somebody, we say, hey, enjoy your day, enjoy your trip, keep in touch. We always remind somebody, keep in touch. But what about us? Do we keep in touch, especially with our loved one and within us? So this afternoon, I share a short message with a family. Every time when you sitting together and having a meal together, so you know that when you are chanting, when you sing a song, if you personally do it, you can feel. For example, the song we just sang, Call Me by My True Name. That is a poem from Zen Master Nyikhan. And they make it into a music. And that is the poem he wrote when he do charity in refugee camp. There are people who escape and who rape by others. And they live very suffer. And sometimes you hate this person because he is your enemy. And you call, he is the one who suffer you. You are the victim. But actually in this daily life, we also can be that person in some way, but we never know. Sometimes we call that person the one who suffer somebody, or he suffer me. But we did not know that we also suffer the other people in the other way. So we are connected. You can name yourself whatever name you can call. But if you call your right name, what happened? Your loving kindness, your compassionate, the door of the compassionate open. For example, if you saw a mother with a child, you call, Mother, you have a beautiful little child. You bring back the happiness of the mother, the joyfulness of the mother. When you saw a little boy, little girl, you tell their parents, he's so cute. Maybe the boy or the girl did not know what is that, but who happy? The parents. Because you declare and you appreciate how beautiful of their child. So when we are having problems within us, the first thing is we go back, we meditate, and we connect everything back together. So when you are sitting meditation, you close your eyes, you bring yourself back to the present moment, and then you send your awareness along with your breath, and your conscious breath, your mindfulness breath help you to reconnect everything together and make you feel calm, relaxed, and enjoy. When you see something on the street, that material attract you and make you think of someone you like, someone that you know, oh, my brother, he liked this one. So you may buy that one for your brother. At first, that is only just a material, a gift, but that make you think about your brother. And now, in that something become very spiritual. And you bring home and you wrap it carefully, you bring to your brother. Last week, on my vacation, I saw this, and I know you like it, so I have it for you. Automatically, this gift, become very spirit. And then your brother will keep it. Every time he saw that one, you are connected in that gift. So I share with the family this afternoon. When you take out food, and you may bring in, and then you make the supper together with the family. But that will be different than the mother will cook at home. Same food, but the energy of the food that the mother cooked, and everybody come out and set up the table, bring out the food and sit together, different than the energy that you buy food from outside. It's still food, but the spirit of the food that the mother cooked and make the family cozy, make the family more warm, more cozy, more family. So even a monk, a nun, we still have family. We still need to connect back with our ancestor. And the more you connect with your ancestor, the more deeper you practice, because you know that you are now practicing on behalf of your loved one, your mother, your father, your grandma, your grandpa. My mother always regret. She said that, when we are very poor, we are unable to help. She said when she was poor, she was unable to help her parents, that means my grandparents. Now she can have some support, and they are no longer there for her to support. And I always say, Mommy, you on behalf of Grandpa, Grandma, and I also, same do I. So I travel around, I bring them around, because in me, I have my grandparents and my parents too. My mother is not that old. She's only about 70, but her health is not good. So she's unable to travel anywhere. So every time I travel, I also think the same. I feel bad because I cannot bring my mother to enjoy anything around because her health is not good. But after that, I think back. It's okay, as long as she enjoy where she stay, and she know that I'm in a healthy condition. I'm doing what I like, and I on behalf of her. So sometimes anywhere you go, anything you enjoy, you think of your ancestor. And that is the reason why you can see that sometimes Vietnamese people, they bring food on the altar. They call offer. Sometimes you just sit on the table and then you leave it there. You see somebody, they leave it there for 5 minutes before they eat. What are they doing there? They call their ancestor, their parents, come to enjoy the food. Nobody there. But that is the time that they think about the parents, the loved one. They reconnect. And every time you think of that, that makes you feel much better, much joyous and much happy. So today, this is the month that we celebrate the parents' celebration, to appreciate, to honor parents, ancestors, those who pass away or still alive. And this is the month that we can reconnect. We go back to our source. So in Vietnamese we say, the tree have roots, the water have the source. So the water have the source and the tree have the root, then of course, as human, we also have ancestor families. We cannot disconnect. If the tree is not stable, strong, and healthy, how can we see the branches, the leaves, the fruits, the flowers, healthy, beautiful, and delicious? They only look beautiful, healthy, if the root is healthy. So we are practicing is to go back to take good care for the roots, for the source. And we know that when your left hand is, by accident you hurt your left hand, your right hand will come and comfort. Always. If accidentally you hit a corner and your leg get hurt, your hands will bring down and try to comfort. So even you call them different name, hands, legs, everything, but any part of the body got hurt, the hands will come and comfort. And the hand is symbolized for the Bodhisattva, the mother. Always comfort every part of the body. Every time when we have problem, the first person we think is our mother, our father. So that's why when the Buddha get old and his father passed away, King Suddhodana, he back to the kingdom and he asked to be one of the pallbearer to hold the casket. And people said, no, you don't have to do it. And the Buddha said, no, you have to leave me some space so I can do this for my father at the last time. Even I am your teacher. I have a lot of students. They're able to give me a hand, but this is my job. This is something I want to do for my father. So even we are the monk, the nun, we still have parents. And we practice to connect us and others. That's why how we love everybody, because we know that you are all our parents, brothers and sisters. Not only one lifetime, in many lifetimes. In many ways. So, one of the way to show is to express your gratitude daily. When you come to the meal, you appreciate everybody and also even the food that serve us. If they don't grow well, we have no food. So when I have a youth retreat, long time ago, I asked them to pray two things only. We deeply appreciate for the food and the warmth. Cảm ơn tất cả cho con no ấm. So one of the way daily in our temple tradition at the evening, we used to recite the 4 gratitudes. I vow to learn the Dharma. I vow to cut off my afflictions. I vow to help all living beings. And I vow to attain the Buddhahood. Usually at dinner time we do silently, but I want my young monks to recite this regularly so they can memorize it. And also, what I mean is, at the last day of the meal, this is the last meal of the day, we express our gratitude once to everything we have received since morning up to this moment. Every day we are not only receive the food, right? We receive a lot of love in many ways. When they know that I'm not well, they make me orange juice. When they know that my digestion is not good, they always offer me hot water. Small things around. Sometimes we did not pay attention much, but with me, I do. I do appreciate every tiny thing. For example, one day I say that we will prepare a room for a young student who come to study with us for a few months. And I think that I will be the one who do it. But just right after lunch, I saw Brother Michael. He helped that student to bring everything to the room and set up the room. At that moment, I did not say anything, but deeply in me, I appreciate Michael. I think, when I said that, and I will do it. But Michael do that before of that. So remember, in the temple, every tiny thing you do, I always take a look. And I gently and silently appreciate them all within my heart. Sometimes we go somewhere with the monks. When I go downstairs, I already saw my shoes. They bring there and get ready for me. They think if they don't love you, they don't care for you, they won't do anything, right? Even something very small like that, very simple like that. So one of the ways to help you to be enjoy, to happy, and learn to live mindfully, to appreciate many things that people have done for us. So that's why I do the last chanting at the evening, at the meal time, dinner time, to declare that we appreciate everything since morning up to now. And sometimes we need to express that. Because if you silently don't say it, maybe people won't know whether you do appreciate that. So there is a song called A Rose for Your Pocket. And the last sentence of the song, this evening, this afternoon, when you go back from school, you stop your mother on what is she doing and ask her, Mommy, you know what happened? And she will wonder, what happened? You just tell her, do you know that I love you so much? We need to, we say that in order to declare for us, we're happy. So when you come to the celebration, you will pin on your shirt a red rose or pink rose, just to be honored that we have the mother. No matter whether the mother is alive or not alive, we still have a mother in our heart. So turn that, become real, not only a flower, not only a ceremony, but that become real in our daily life. The way you eat the food is also show that you enjoy the food and you appreciate the food. The way you use things, that show that you appreciate things. Even the shoes, the whatever people give us, and how you use that one is also show that you appreciate that. When you invite the bell, you should invite mindfully. So to show that you appreciate the bell, you respect the bell. So I respect food, clothes. That's why, after meal, I always join in and help to clean up the food and make the food together. Because I appreciate all the hard work of the community during the day. And at night, before I go to bed, I will walk downstairs one time to make sure to double check. They turn off all the stove. If any food left over that need to be in the fridge, if they forgot to do that, I will put everything back in the fridge. Sometimes I walk downstairs to check the door. Why? We share and we appreciate. And when you have done the small thing like that, and you know that every tiny thing in this life, in your daily life, now you have a full day of things because of the help in many ways. Without them, you cannot have this. Even small, but without that small, we cannot have a better, a bigger. So today I heard the song, Please Call Me By My True Name. And I want to remind about the spirit of the song. Every one of us, we can be someone. Even the one maybe you call that person, you don't like that person. But if we are not mindful enough, we may be that person in some way. We never know, right? So that means the more you go back to yourself, the more we can see us. And if we know that that is negative, make it positive. And that is broken, try to fix. And that is ripped, we need to put it back together. Everything in this day, things you want to glue it again, then make sure we glue back, we stick back, we reconnect back with our loved one. And you will see that that is one of the positive corner of life. Try not to break anything, but we learn to protect and reconnect everything. And if you have this subject, you can meditate more in daily life. And you can see that you have a lot of job to do every day. You saw that person, the brother and the sister, they are not connected, you will find a way to connect. Lastly, I want to share, last summer retreat, we have about 30 monks and nuns from all over the world to come and join us, beside a few hundred retreatants. And there was one of the Vietnamese monks who studied in Taiwan. So he came here for 2 weeks with us. And on the last day before he left to the airport, he said, "Thầy, can you please wait for me for a few minutes?" So he ran to his room and he bring me a note. And what did he write? He said, "Thầy, thank you so much for your allowing me to visit Canada this time. During these 2 weeks working with you, I have learned a lot from you. Especially, you are very skillful to connect all the brother and the sister. If you realize somebody is not well connection, you very gently and mindfully bring them back together. I learned that from you." I did not mean to, to show off about this practice, but I want you to know that in this life, anything you do, people can recognize it. So make sure we are mindful enough. We try the best to offer our talent, our skillful, our practice to this life in many ways we can. 1 penny is nothing, but it's very something with 99 cents. Sometimes, between 99 cents and a penny, of course 99 cents are way more, right? But 99 cents still need 1 more penny to call $1. Otherwise, they cannot call $1. Sometimes we feel that we are nothing, but actually we are something. Even a drop of water, it's still something. So that's why in the practice we say that 1 drop of compassion water can refresh the whole fire world. The world's too dry, too fire, too hot. But just 1 drop of compassionate water flower can flourish. The whole dry area can become beautiful like spring. Very beautiful and very practical. Sometimes only 1 greeting from you, "Hello, how are you?" It means a lot and bring a lot of joys and happiness to someone. Thank you for your listening, for your practice. I hope that you enjoy your weekend. And I believe that tomorrow we have a mindfulness day, right? From 9 to 4. And maybe, is that it? Okay. Tomorrow, 9 to 4. We will have a mindfulness day here. Thank you. Please massage your legs. Bữa nay mình có tụng giới hả?
Dạ, có.
Tuần rồi không tụng?
Tuần rồi là lễ của Thầy.
So dear friends,